All right, Shalom. Shalom. Just give me a second. I want to make sure the audio is good. Then we can start this lesson. Okay. And then we can start this lesson. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha-Rakah-Kwadash. That is the true name of the Heavenly Father through the only begotten Son. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, pushing this 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, I want to do a lesson all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And as the title reads, a battle in the sky, in parentheses, Space Force. Okay, so we're going to be touching on the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter, and pretty much breaking down a future prophecy, all right, that we're actually seeing unfolding before our eyes, okay, or at least I'll say the preparations that are going to partake in this prophecy. Now, before I go there, I just want to share this, our fourth page. Okay, this is GMS Solemn Assembly 4. I'm going to put the link in the comment section right here. Please subscribe, Bubble Kasha, subscribe to our fourth channel. We just got our uploading rights back on our third channel, but we are in the time of the famine of the word. Okay, prophecy is coming to pass, and a major prophecy that's going to come to pass is going to be what? The famine of the word. So we have to, take advantage of being able to get these breakdowns and these lessons while we can before the day of Jacob's trouble. Now that I said that, I came across this article right here. All right, I like to check Daily Mail out. It's very informative. And there's other websites that I use, but this in particular article, okay, is pertaining to prophecy. Now, and I'll say this too, we're in the year 2021, okay, we're in what you call the future. You as a believer of God or a believer of the Son or a believer of the Bible, you should be in the spirit more of, understanding the times we're in and the breakdowns, okay? And the only true breakdowns and secrets are going to be given to the prophets, okay, who are Israelites, okay, who are Israelites. So if you go into this, it says Space Force scientist warns it's imperative the U.S. military experiment with human augmentation and AI to stay ahead of to stay ahead of Russia and China. So right here we have Esau Edom beefing up his Space Force, okay, to get ready for a great battle, okay, in the heavens, all right, or a great battle in the sky, okay. A great war is going to take place in what you know as the heavens. Now, forgive me for these ads. I don't know how to take them off. I mean, but we're just going to get to the meat of the issue. It is kind of ridiculous, all right. But it says that the Space Force, all right, it needs what? Augmentation and AI. Now let's focus on that before we touch on Russia and China. It says Dr. Joel Monzer believes combining humans and machines to work as a team. He suggests using AI or artificial intelligence abilities to create unimaginable strategies coupled with a human's ability to resolve ambiguity, apply judgment, morality, and ethics. Moser says the results would be a superhuman intelligence that should be employed by the U.S. military to compete with its adversaries. But the main adversary, okay, that Esau Edom wants to compete or fight against, okay, is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay, Yahweh Shai is coming back with thousands and thousands of chariots. Okay, and the chariots in the Bible is what man calls today UFOs. Okay, but these what you call UFOs in the Bible are nothing more than the chariots of God. Okay, so let's go hold the book of Jude. And, actually, let's read Jude first. This is Jude 1. All right, it's only one chapter, but Jude 1 and 14. And it says, and Enoch. Now, don't go and read the book of Enoch because that's not the correct book. We do not have that book yet. This is one of the closest to the writings or prophecies of Enoch that you will find. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied. Okay, so he was prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord, Yahushai, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, not 10,000, but 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches with ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Okay, so Enoch is here prophesying about Yahushai's return. And when Yahushai returns, he's going to return with the host of heaven, if you will. Okay, and the brother posted it, which I'll grab the water, brother. Yahweh Bashim Bashim Kakadash Barakata Wa Barakatam to you Akim Wa Akwath. Okay, this is Psalm 68, real quick, because you have to understand, okay, as this lesson continues, that what you know in the Bible, when it speaks of clouds, all right, the host of heaven or the chariots of God, it is referring to what man calls today UFOs. Okay, yes, UFOs are found in the Bible. And I will say this, if you are a true believer of God in the Bible, then you have to explain what you see today through the scriptures. Okay, the Space Force, that's found in the scriptures. RFID / NFC chip, microchip, that's found in the scriptures. Current events today can be filtered through the scriptures. So if you are listening and you are saying, oh no, the Bible doesn't speak about you, then you can't subscribe to the Bible, okay, as sound doctrine. This book has the answers for us. The prophecies, all right, are unfolding, and they can be found in the Bible. This is Psalm 68 and 17, the chariots of God, okay? The battle in the sky will partake between the Space Force and the chariots of God. Now, that would have been a beautiful title, but I found it to be too long. So I kept it short and sweet and right to the point. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. So as we read in Jude, and now we're reading in Psalm 68, the Bible speaks about when Yahushua returns, he's going to come back with a great number of chariots. And these chariots, okay, are like the chariot that was found in Exodus. And it's also referred to as a cloud. I'm just getting these quick precepts, okay, to make our points before we dive further into the Space Force. But we have to prove these through precepts. This is Exodus 13 and 20. This is speaking about the children of Israel. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord, which this is Yahushai, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night before the people. So the Bible is telling us that there was a cloud by day that followed the children of Israel, and then a pillar of fire by night. The Bible is referring to what people call today, okay, a UFO, a unidentified flying object, but we identify it as an IFO, all right? It's a identified flying object. And this same flying object that was over us in the wilderness, was the same cloud, okay, or was as the same of a cloud that took Yahushai in the book of Acts, and it will be the same manner when he returns. So Esau, Edom, is getting ready for the great return of Yahushai, which will be a battle in the heavens. This is Acts 1:9. And when he, speaking about Yahushai, and when he spoke in these things, while they beheld, he was taking up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. So what is this cloud? At day is referred to as a cloud, but at night is referred to a pillar of fire. This is speaking about what you know as UFOs. And this is the only reason why there is a space force, because they're getting ready to fight what you know as UFOs. And don't for a second think that Esau Edom won't use his Project Bluebeam to create his own makeshift UFO in the sky. Okay, this is why you have to have the complete understanding of the Bible, have to have faith and be steadfast and unmovable, and also know the prophecies. Okay, and it says 10, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushai, which is taking up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So as Yahushai was taking up, it's as he shall return. Okay, let's get Revelations, the first chapter. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, see, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. You see, so when Yahushai returns, there's going to be a great fearful sight upon man. Okay, they're going to be afraid because they don't know that this is the Lord and Savior for the nation of Israel. Okay, even you're going to have Israelites being dismayed at the signs of heaven. You see, but Esau Edom is aware that what you know as UFOs are found in the Bible. This is why he's beefing. One, this is why he has a space force. Okay, and two, this is why he's beefing it up, and he's using the mark of the beast technology. Okay, he's using mark of the beast technology and through his space force in an attempt to overthrow the army of the heavens. Okay, Yahushai. Esau Edom is getting ready to fight against Yahushai, or who you know as Jesus. Let that settle in. And if you're a Christian, or at that a Christian teacher, why are you not explaining the space force? This is Revelations 12:7. And there was war in heaven, and we're going to break these down. This is a future event. This is a future prophecy that is getting ready to come to pass. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Now, real quick, to prove that this is speaking about looting or in the midst of Jacob's trouble, we have to go to Daniel's 12. Okay, when you go to Daniel's 12, watch this. These two line up one with another. Daniel's 12 and Revelations 12:7. Daniel's 12:1. And at that time, what time? Jacob's trouble. A great day of trouble is coming upon the children of Israel. And at that time shall Michael, or Maacah, stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, that same time. Now this proves that this event in Revelations 12:7 hasn't come to pass, because this event hasn't come to pass, because if you claim Revelations 12:7 to speak about when Lucifer or Satan fought in heaven, that's a lie, because it said this has never happened yet. Okay, so that is a complete lie, unless you're going to try to now say, well, Satan hasn't fought yet. That's a complete lie. Through thy precepts we get understanding. Okay, and this is what we have to do, precept upon precept. Okay, so the great battle in the sky is getting ready to take place, and Michael, okay, the archangel, all right, is going to partake in that, and this has not happened yet. But as we have this article queued up, it's going into that. So I'm reading this first, and then we're going to go back to it. It says, standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Now, that's only talking about the children of Israel, but at that, the small remnant, or the 1/3. Okay, and great deliverance will come from what they call UFOs. Yes, what you know as UFOs will deliver the Most High's elect. Okay, this is all in the Bible. All right, this is why it says strangeness of their salvation. It's going to be very strange to the inhabitants of earth when they see so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and children of Israel, speckled bird, or Israelite foreigners being abducted, if you will. Okay, so going back, now let's go into the tools, and let's go into this word heaven. Okay, so it said there will be a war in heaven. Let's prove first that this isn't talking about literally the spirit realm. Okay, because there's 3 heavens in the Bible. Matter of fact, since I said that, let's get Hebrews real quick. All right, there are 3 heavens spoken about in the Bible. Okay, now if I'm not mistaken, it's Hebrews 1. Yep, this is Hebrews 1, and this is Hebrews 1. Oh, well, this is speaking about the worlds. Actually, we can go to Corinthians. I believe it's oh, why I keep doing that. Let's put the 3rd heaven, which that would be a cut for the world for John 3:16. Where am I? Let's get this real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 12:2. This is speaking about Paul when he went to the spiritual realm. I knew a man in Hamashiach about 14 years ago, speaking about when he died and he came back and he was brought back to life when he was stoned. Whether in the body, I cannot tell, or whether out of the body, I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth, such as one caught up to the 3rd heaven. See, so there's 3 heavens. There's heaven on earth, heaven in the skies, and the spiritual heaven, which is all around us, the spiritual realm, or I believe they call that the 4th dimension. Now, going back to Revelations 12:7, when it speaks about this heaven, look what it says: the vaulted expanse of the sky with all things visible in it. So this is speaking about the sky. Look, the aerial heavens or sky, the region where the clouds and the tempest gather. Okay, thunder and lightning proceeded. So this heaven, okay, in Revelations 12 is speaking about literally the sky. Okay, literally the sky. Now let's go back, and now let's go to the translations, because this makes it even better. So when you go into the translations, there's a beautiful one I want, and where is it? It literally says it was a battle in the sky. Bear with me for a second. I might have missed it. There was a war in heaven. Bear with me real quick. I was just reading this. There was a war in heaven, and war broke out in heaven. Then there was war in heaven. Now war arose in heaven. There was one in particular one I saw, and if I'm not mistaken, it said the sky. Let me look on my phone real quick. Oh, here. HNV. There was war in the sky. Right here. There was war in the sky. You see? So Revelations 12:7 is literally speaking about a future event where you're going to have a war in the sky. Now we have to prove who's who. So now that we found out that there will be a war in the sky, we know that Michael is literally talking about Michael, the archangel, and his angels, speaking about the angels that are coming with Yahushai, and it says fought against the dragon. Now, Esau, Edom, is also known as the dragon and the old serpent, according to what? Revelations 20, okay? Now, these are our understandings of the breakdowns, okay? And we believe this through faith. Now, with having this knowledge and truth, you have a lot of people that will come up against how we're breaking it down, but they won't break it down themselves. We are breaking it down in the spirit with detail, history, current events, and articles. Now, let's read this just to get the point. You should be familiar with Revelations 20. Okay, if not, we can go into it. But this is Revelations 20 and 2. And he, speaking about Yahweh Shai, well, I'll just read one for edification. It says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, speaking about Yahweh Shai, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. The bottomless pit is also referring to Europe. So this event right here is actually happened in history. Okay, this was at the end of the pagan Roman Empire. And it said, and the Roman Empire is also known as the dragon. And he laid hold on the dragon, who the Roman Empire is who? Esau, Edom, that old serpent, the same spirit of the enchanter that beguiled Eve in the garden, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Now, this literally happened in history, okay? This literally happened in history. That's why you have something called the Renaissance or the rebirth, and that was the rebirth of the Edomite nation who identified themselves as the Europeans. But at one point in time, he was also referred to as the dragon meaning the Roman Empire. Now we link that up with Revelations 13. He exercised the power as the first beast, and the first beast was the Roman Empire, also interchangeable or synonymous with that Roman Empire, Esau, Edom. So this dragon is talking about the modern Roman Empire, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon, which you know as America, and the king of Babylon, who is Esau, Edom, under the Biden time administration. Okay, and Esau, Edom knows he has but a short time. This is why he's beefing up his space force, because this prophecy is getting ready to come to pass. Because look, Revelations 12 and 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So Esau, Edom is getting ready to wage a battle or war in the heavens and skies and lose drastically. This is why he's getting ready. So Esau, Edom is getting ready to fight against Michael and the host of heaven and Yahweh Shai. And it says the dragon fought and his angels. An angel can also mean messenger. And real quick, as a fun fact, to continue to prove that the war in heaven is going to be the space force and against Yahweh Shai and the angels, look at this. Watch this. When you go to Blue Angels, guess what? The U.S. Navy has something called Blue Angels. How beautiful and spiritual is that? So literally, they're called Blue Angels, the flying force. Okay, so you're gonna see, like you've seen in the movie Independence Day. All right, just like in the movie Independence Day, where do you think they got that movie from? They have Blue Angels, and it's a prophecy that Esau and his angels will fight against Michael and his angels. You see, so it's right here, right in our face. Now let's jump to Revelation. But mind you, Yahweh Shai is going to be leading the charge as well. But let's go to Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, is come down unto you, having great wrath, Jacob's trouble, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This is why you have Space Force scientists advising that you get augmented technology and you get AI technology, because they're getting ready to fight against a spiritual force, okay? A carnal force against a spiritual force. Now, I will touch on also China and Russia, but before we go there, we have to focus on how he's using the mark to do so. Because let's click this. Now, as you know, I don't really go too much into the articles per se. I just hit the key points like this right here. U.S. military cyborg soldiers of 2050. Now, this is a complete lie, because they're getting ready for these super cyborg soldiers right now. And now we can tie in Russia and China. But before we do, we have to get the precepts. If you're not bringing out the precepts to line up what you're saying, then there is no light in you, as the scriptures say. Now let's read this. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So the mighty men, okay, are being awoken. But on a spiritual level, we also can add that these mighty men, okay, that are gearing up for war are becoming cyborgs. They're creating cyborgs to add in the midst of this, okay? Mighty, mighty, strong, valiant, mighties, champion, okay? Valiant men, brave men, mighty, excel, valiant. You see? So mighty men of war are being created as we speak, okay? Through his technology, through his advancements in his blessing, okay? Him being blessed with the sword has been advanced and the technology is evolving. So now he is creating mighty cyborg men that are going to partake in war. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Now the weak is saying they're strong with their ICBM missiles, with their allied countries. And now they're also saying they're strong through their technology. Look at this. There will be eye implants that will allow a soldier to see infrared. And why would they need a super eyesight? Because they're fighting, okay? They're going to be fighting against chariots, UFOs, okay, that can't be seen with the naked eye. Now, real quick, let's go to that in Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel, okay? Now, remember, even Elisha had to pray for his servant to see the chariots. Let's put that in more with us than them. Let's see if that comes up real quick. It should be in Kings. Let's put Elisha's. I'm just getting this real quick. Elisha's servant. See if that comes up. Where do I want? Bear with me real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's go to Second Kings. All right, let's go to Second Kings and let's start up. Bear with me real quick because I want to make this point. You have to understand that the chariots can only be seen if the Lord allows you to see them. Okay, and just give me a second. And we're going to go right here. This is 2 Kings 6:15. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So right here we have an account where a man of the Lord prayed to Yahweh Shem Shai to have his servants' eyes open to see that there was chariots surrounding them. So it makes sense that Esau Edom is creating artificial intelligence or eye implants to be able to see basically different thermal images, or if you will, the spiritual dimension, so he can see the chariots that have a cloaking device. See, the chariots have a cloaking device where they can make themselves invisible to the naked eye, or they have camouflage where they identify themselves as what they call a shooting star or a cloud or actually a star. So Esau Edom, he is well aware that the chariots of the Most High are highly advanced, okay? They're highly advanced. And I want to get this one point as well. It speaks about how the chariots move. Okay, so let's go. This is Ezekiel 1:12, and it reads, and they went everyone straight forward. Whither the spirit was to go, they went. Speaking about how the chariots, if you start at 1, it goes in depth, but just for time's sake, I just want to kind of get to the points. But this is showing you how the chariots are spiritually linked to the angels. So wherever the angels go, the chariots will go. Okay. And it says, and they went everyone straight forward, Whither the spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. Meaning what? The angel doesn't abide by the physics of this realm. Okay, just like how Bison in Street Fighter would hover and he could turn without having to turn his body. Well, that's what Ezekiel is explaining, how he saw the angels move. The angels don't need to turn right to go right, okay? Or neither the chariots, they don't need to turn like a vehicle, like when you're turning the wheel to make a 90-degree turn. They could just literally turn right or left or up and down. And it says, let's jump down to, let's keep reading. It says, as for the likeness of the living creatures, speaking about the angels, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, going into the aura, and like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of flash of lightning. Now, what is that speaking about? It's speaking about the speed, okay, of the chariots, meaning they can move faster than the speed of light. And you have many accounts where Esau, Edom, has recorded seeing flying objects moving faster than the speed of light. You see, so it makes complete sense why Esau, Edom wants to create eye implants that allows the soldiers to see infrared, ultraviolet, and much better detail than the normal eye, so they can identify these flying objects when they wage war with them. Okay, so you're going to have a Space Force soldier that's literally going to be half man, half machine in an attempt to fight against the spiritual realm. Okay, and I also mentioned the mark of the beast because look at this. They would have brain implants. Let's hold this on deck. And real quick, let's go here. Let me just check my time. I want to make sure. Okay, I'm on 30 minutes. I just want to make sure I'm not going too long because I want to hit these points. Okay, but I don't want to make this a drawn out lesson. Okay, so bear with me if I'm going too fast, but I want to hit these key points, and we're breaking this down through the spirit with every inch of detail. Revelations 13. Now remember this. Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Now, we also always go into the bond, meaning like Jake in jail, but through the spirit, you're also a bondman when you sign up in the military. Your ass belongs to the government. When you try to leave the army or military before your designated time, they call it AWOL, and you will be arrested and jailed for it. So this free and bond is also talking about men in the military, men in the military. And guess what? Jake's ass is going to be right up in there with them, 2/3. And it says, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see that? Or in their foreheads. Going back. What's it say? They would have brain implants that would let them communicate directly with other soldiers without speaking and control weapons with their minds. What is this, man? Okay. Super soldier, AI, augmented technology. Okay. Watch the show Black Mirror episode Man on Fire. Matter of fact, well, let's go here. I already got this Google pulled up. Let's put it right here for you. Okay, Black Mirror Man on Fire. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, right here. Okay, and look, it's a spirit. Here's a Jake who has augmented vision through his implant, and the military makes him see normal people who don't have the implant as roaches. And a fun fact: you had a police department chief call all citizens roaches, and he said, "Crush them." Okay, so right here you have an episode. Oh, Man Against Fire. Excuse me, it's Man Against Fire. Okay, let's go there. All right, let's put that in. All right, Man Against Fire, right here. All right, very spiritual episode showing you in a detail how these soldiers are going to be with this the mark of the beast technology in their foreheads. Okay, they control their dreams, they control their vision. Okay, They control their almost pretty much their thought process and emotions through the marking of the beast. Now, this is pretty much it. I wanted them to show more. Let's put augmented. Let's see if any. They had there's great scenes in it where it shows basically you can look through their eyes and it shows what they see, and I thought it was beautiful. Right here, some augmented, ideas. But you brothers get the gif. You can look it up yourself. Okay, I highly recommend it. I watch it from time to time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought it was going to show kind of more in detail, like the episode, but you're just going to have to watch it and you'll see it. So let's go back to this. All right. It says, what else they got up in here? There will be ear enhancements that give not just better hearing, but the ability to sense the layout. And so he's basically has created spiritual power. Okay, Esau Edom has basically created spiritual power for the next world's war. And within the next world's war, you will also have the third war. Okay, because watch this. Joel 3:10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to for there will I sit to judge all the heathens round about. This is speaking about the third war. But within the third war, you will also have the war in heaven, okay? Because in the midst of the third war, you will have thousands and thousands of angels in UFOs, as they would call them, fighting against the inhabitants and powers that be, okay? And Yahweh Shai will be in the midst of that. There's no other explanation why Esau Edom needs to create cyborg soldiers. He's been winning all these wars ever since. So what is he preparing for? Why does he have a space force that is creating cyborg soldiers? Okay, because he is getting ready to wage war with Yahweh Shai. And it says, and surrounding and potentially receive and transmit data without speech. Finally, there would also be a web of implants under the skin. Oh, and don't you know they have bulletproof skin too? Hey, he is literally getting ready to fight against Yahweh Shai. All right. It says there would also be a web of implants under the skin, giving the user enhanced strength and endurance, as well as the ability to perform tasks that would have required years of muscle memory training right there. Okay. Mighty men. Okay. He is creating mighty men. Let's get a couple more. And I'm going to also tie in Russia too. Best and believe that. All right. Look at this. DARPA. Keep your eyes on DARPA. Okay. Microchip super soldiers are already a reality. Book claims implants to combat PSD and make military more resilient to warfare could be rolled out within a couple years. So here it is. He went from 2050 to in 2019. Initially said it would start testing microchips in soldiers' brain in 2019. So never trust this dude, man. He's claiming it's in the future. He's got it now. Okay, he's got it now. All right, because he knows that he has but a short time. So he's putting everything together, man. And a real quick fun fact: the Pentagon released UFO videos. So anybody watching this video now saying you're lying, blah blah blah. Everything that I've stated in the Bible through breakdowns, I am showing you right here. 2 weeks ago, Pentagon says this video taken by Navy is indeed a UFO. The Pentagon is the Space Force is saying they're getting chips ready. DARPA has already got super soldiers lined up. Everything is right here, front and center and in your face. And we're proving it through the Bible. Okay? The Bible, yet again, is standing tall through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Now, 2 more fun facts, or shall I say 2 facts to prove. Okay, let's back out of this real quick. It also mentioned who? Russia and China. In the Bible, Russia is known as Gog and Magog, and China is known as Moab. Let's prove 2 beautiful points that will be more edification. Bear with me. I want to put this in. All right, it's taking a little second. I might be pulling too many tabs. All right, let's go here. Click this out. Let's put this in. Look what China's doing. China to make that in. Let's go here. China. Let's go there. Let's go to news. Okay, we got that. Okay, there we go. So now let's read the title again. Let's go to the scriptures. All right, well, it must have fell off. Anyway, you brothers know where I was going. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's pull up Ezekiel 38 and read that. And we're going to get one more just to prove these, because all these nations, okay, are going to have a form of super soldiers, a form of a space force, and a form of fighting against the Lord as well with each other. Ezekiel 38:1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesies against him. This is speaking about Russia. And say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will bring thee and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. So even in the Bible, it speaks about how Russia is going to have advanced military gear, and China will as well. And to prove that, you had, well, let's go here. Let's go to second. I'm just going to get one more. I just kind of wanted to prove these quick points. The main point I wanted to focus on was Esau, Edom, Space Force. But for edification, we will go into the scriptures to show nations that we're speaking about today, to a degree, had this same mindset before. And here's a good example. 2 Samuel 23:20. And it reads, And Benaniah, the son of Joadiah, the son of a valiant man of Kabizeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in a time of snow. Now, when you go into the lion-like men, okay, right here, NLT, he did many heroic deeds, which included killing 2 champions of Moab. You see, he struck down Moab's 2 mightiest warriors. So when you go into the lion-like men of Moab, it's speaking about just great soldiers. Okay, super soldiers, if you will, today. China has done human testing to create biological enhanced super soldiers. You see, so right here, you're seeing just like back then when Moab had mighty lion-like men, Moab is recreating these lion-like men. Oh, and also Russia is trying to create ancient super soldiers. Okay, just real quick, just for edification, I spelled that wrong. Let's see. I seen it somewhere. Let me put Russia, excuse me. So all these nations that are found in the Bible, all right, that are prophesized in a third war, they're also gearing up for a even greater super war. And the Bible speaks about that. Where is it? You know what? You brothers might have to look it up on your own. I don't want to. Okay, let's see. Russia to create. Yeah, it may seem like a conspiracy theorist, but when you go into it, you're seeing all this. Either way, I had looked up, Russia is in the plans of recreating or trying to bring back ancient warriors. Let me put that, ancient warrior. Let's see what comes up. Okay, here we go. Russia wants to clone ancient Scythian warriors. So the point is, at the end of the day, that the Bible prophesies of a war in heaven. And you see right now that not only is the Space Force beefing up its military, you have other nations that are beefing up its military as well on a on a cyborg super soldier level, which is also in league with the mark of the beast. So we're literally witnessing prophecy being built up to come to pass. So, through the Spirit, I just wanted to do a lesson on it, and at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai is mustering the host of the battle. Okay, we are seeing everything come to pass. And I just wanted to do a quick lesson on it, all through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Salakia for not getting any of these brothers' precepts. If you're tuning in now, look at these precepts, follow along, write them down, look these things up, Google them, and hey, man, continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai, because we're getting ready to enter a day like no other. And super soldiers, Space Force, a battle in the sky, the third war, Jacob's trouble. This has never happened. But we have an insight, an idea to see these things that are getting ready to come to pass. So, Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters were edified and moved through the Spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Harakat Wadash. With that being said, Shalom.